Hey everyone, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming. Hope you're having a good day. At this time, we're going to be taking a look at a game called Infraspace. It is a city development type of game, but you are building a colony on an alien planet. And so it's a little bit like surviving Mars or something like that. But this game is more emphasizing the development of a colony rather than survival. And so anyway, let's take a look at this game at this time. Okay, here we are in the opening screen of Infraspace. Over here you've got a community area that you can go to get maybe some information or look up answers to questions you have, or maybe offer advice to people who are playing. Over here you've got new game, load game. You got your settings here, set it on high, whatever. I've turned down the music a little bit because it seems like it's really loud to me, especially when you're trying to talk over it. So we've turned it down a little bit for this episode. You have a roadmap down here for the game as well. But let's go ahead and go into a game here. Now you can select your difficulties. The game difficulty controls how many products citizens need. Let's just go ahead and set this on easy to make it easy on ourselves here at the beginning. Transport difficulty controls how many items vehicles can carry. Again, let's just put that on easy, but you can go easy, medium, and hard on each of these. Make it as difficult on yourself as you want. Let's go ahead and start the game and take a look at what we're going to do. So I would imagine this builds just a random map, and probably different if you wanted to play it more than once, or tried to play it more than once, what it's going to look like. It's all the same as far as being like a desert look to it, like you were on Mars or something like that. And you'll notice deposits of copper, sulfur, we even got aluminum up there, irons over there, and even some stuff like uranium over there. So, again, part of the strategy is to figuring out where you want to go and lay out your city and how you want to approach that. You probably want to begin. We're going to need sulfur, and we're going to need iron pretty quick off the beginning. So you probably want to start off looking for some place that has both of those in close proximity to each other. I notice over here we've got iron, sulfur, and copper, all there pretty close. So that's going to be a good area probably to start. Got a little open area here. So, right, first of all, they want to build a road next to sulfur and iron. So let's get in here. So we're going to begin with gravel roads. Eventually we'll upgrade those roads to different things. But we want to go between sulfur and iron. Well, we could do that real quick and real easy right here. So let's lay down our first road, right? Now it says build a sulfur mine. Now probably what we're going to want to do is kind of branch off of these roads that we've got here. And if it'll let me, there we go. And let's just build off a little area like that. Let's build another one down here that we're going to need eventually for that. All right. All right, so build a sulfur mine. Now down here we've got, again, our roads. We got our miners here. And so you got a sand mine, a sulfur mine, and an iron mine. So they want us to begin with sulfur. So we're going to put that machine right over there. I'm going to put it up closer here, though. All right. Now, the next thing they want us to do is build a sand mine. Now, the sand mine, of course, everything is sand here. So you can build that practically anywhere. You probably would want to try to spread it out a little bit, but just for showing you the game here, I'm just going to put it right over here for now. All right. All right, next they want us to build a concrete factory. All right. So under this building here, this icon there, we got a concrete factory. Now notice that gets a plus from being in close proximity to our sulfur miner and our sand miner. So this is one of the strategies with this game, is that you want to build buildings that go together, that's going to help increase your production. Build them close together, and you'll kind of figure that out as you go through the game, which buildings do that. So here we want to build this concrete factory here as close as we can to these these places. I'm going to build it out here just a little bit further Alright. Now, one of the things, obviously, that we can see the little icon pops up, we need power. So that's going to be something we need to make. Alright, we start off with wind turbines for our power. Now you can put these really anywhere. You don't really need a road, I don't think, or anything to access them. And so let's just put that out here. Now we will need to build power poles off of that, and notice I can put all three of those buildings under that same power. So I'm going to put that down here. Power. Alright, so that will power then all three of these places. Now this needs the concrete factory. In each of your factories, you can look at what it needs for production to make, concrete here. In this case, we need sulfur and sand. So it's going to draw from both of these miners to do that. And since we've got the factory close to them, it's going to speed up the production of that concrete. And of course, everything you make as far as the buildings themselves and your roads and everything is going to take concrete. All right. Now, next thing they want us to do is build a construction material storage. So this, it's got it marked down here for us. Here is our construction material storage. We can just plop that down in here somewhere. Can we get it in there? We can. Alright, so let's put that there. This will help store some of our surplus stuff that we have from time to time. Now it wants us to build a basic habitat. And so down here it's got that marked for us, this little arrow or house icon. Basic habitat. Let's go ahead and put one of those in. I'll just move it down here. Now you'll notice one of the things it says it needs right off the bat is O2 oxygen. So up here they're wanting us to build an atmosphere processor, right? That's under this icon, an atmosphere processor. And we need to build one of those here. I'll build it over here. All right. And so this, see, will produce oxygen and carbon. Now we'll use that carbon too eventually in some other things that we will produce. Right? Now it wants us to build a spaceport, and what a spaceport will do for us is, of course, bring this colonist to help us colonate our town here. Now obviously you probably wouldn't want to just throw this in here, but I'm going to kind of throw it in here in the middle of all our development, just to keep us all here in one place. So eventually we're going to have aircraft that are going to land there, and you'll see vehicles that come out of that. Of course, you could already notice some of the vehicles coming out of our miners going into our factory. We'll have some coming out of here going into our housing development. It's producing. It's got 3 right now, but we need some colonists probably to help transport some of our stuff. Here comes one of the oxygen vehicles going right into our colony or housing development that we got right there. All right, so we need to reach a population of 22 people. All right, here comes our first people. Here comes our first aircraft. See it landing. And again, people are going to start coming in. These first initial houses that you build hold 8 people. We've got 2 in there right now. That'll make 3. See that number change. Again, we need oxygen for our housing. Well, eventually we're going to build farms for food. And to help us get there, we need to build a research lab. Okay? Up here at the top, this is our research tree. We start out with farming, and we just make our way through the tree. It's a pretty extensive tree. You begin with blue, needing blue research. Then you'll add some green. You'll need green, and then eventually you'll need yellow. And then some of these you'll need even red. So blue, green, yellow, red is your research that you'll be developing. So we begin with blue. And in order to do that, though, we're going to need a research lab. Now, I think I'm going to just plop that down over here right now. All right. And then we need a blue science pack factory. And we want to build that, I think, up here. All right, no, we want to be as close to this thing as possible to get a little boost here in our development of research. So let's plop that down there. And so now you'll notice they're starting to bring vehicles in. We need iron and we need carbon to produce blue research. Right? Now we haven't started making iron yet, so now it wants us to start researching farming, but we need to get the iron going. Alright, so let's go down here to our miners. Let's get an iron miner going over here. Now we may need, I think we're going to need power to get all of that. Yeah, we need power down here. So let's extend our power. And let's drag that down here. And is that enough? Okay, I guess that's enough as long as it touches the area around your building and your miner here. It looks like it's working. So, okay, we got power now. You notice this little red icon tells us we need iron. At least that's what it represents. Yeah, the iron ore. Here comes an iron ore truck. And it goes right in. And now we're starting to make our first research. Blue research, all right? Now, down here at the bottom, you can speed up the speed of the game if you want to, or slow it back down, or even pause it at times. Of course, down here, of course, we've got a lot of different buildings that we can make progress towards. You know, getting to different types of farms, vegetable farms, meat lab, meal factory. The housing will just upgrade on its own. It will change its appearance. We need oxygen, obviously, but we also need food. And once we get enough food, it will change its appearance and it will upgrade and be able to hold more colonists. Right now, that one is full with 8 people on it. Over here on your left, again, I got the research tree that we can take a look at. Over here we have the city level and what it takes to make it to different levels. Here is our production overview. This is going to come in handy to tell us what it is that we're running short on. Over here is what is needed. And then over here is what you're making. And you'll notice here when they're in the yellow or red, that means we're falling short. This one, we need more sand. And so we got this lone sand miner over here. So let's just make another sand mine. I think I can make it there. I don't want to make it there. I'm going to have to build out on someplace, make another road coming out, or extend this road here. Alright, research is completed. Alright. So let's go up here to our research tree. That's done. And then we're going to be able to go to one of the other trees. This one takes green research, so we're going to have to either go with steel or electronics here. Let me go ahead and get this road built out here. I'm just going to extend this thing out. And we're going to add then another sand mine over here. Alright, that should help in the production of that. Alright, now you notice up here they want us to build a simple farm. So there's again a nice little tutorial to get you started, telling you what you need to make. And so I'm just going to drop that down here. And that will make food that will then go over here to our habitat. Now obviously you want to spread this out a little bit more, put your housing probably out in off a different road. And all of that type of thing. I just wanted to be able to put everything here to show you a little bit about how this game works and how you begin. Alright, so satisfy the needs of your habitats until they upgrade automatically. And again, once we get this food level up, that will help to upgrade our habitat that we have. And once that upgrades, then you're going to be able to have more people in there. So anyway, this gives you an idea of how the game begins and what's it going to be like. Again, you're going to want to extend these roads out. Eventually we're going to need to get into copper, and so we either have to get down there or over here to get that. But again, eventually we're going to need to get up here like to get to aluminum and some of these other things that we find on the map. The roads then will develop, and we'll get into gravel roads and concrete paved roads and all of that. You can even, I think, eventually get into like trains and stuff. But hopefully this gives you just a little glimpse of the game, a preview of the game if you're curious about what it's like and whether or not you might be interested in trying to purchase it. Well, we hope you enjoyed this look at Infraspace. If you did, please like the video and please subscribe to my channel. Also would like to again invite you over to our Twitch channel, Cajun01, and for some of our live feeds that we have there on a regular basis. But again, come back and join us again. But for now, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming saying we'll see you next time.